Hi guys, this is Tiffany. You reached my channel, Give Me a Reason, and I'm here getting ready because I have a turn. I traded down. I had a 3-day, then I traded down to a 2-day, and then I snagged a term. So me and my friends plan to go to New Orleans at the end of the month. Why am I looking up? My friends plan to go to New Orleans at the end of the month, so I wanted to have some time to kind of recuperate and not go on a trip and then try to travel out. So yeah, so I'm about to do my makeup, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to answer a question from one of my subscribers because she asked me to answer this question, and I thought this would be a really good way to answer it. And plus I wrote notes because I don't want to say too much and not get in trouble with the company that I'm currently working for. So I thought it'd be a really good idea just to do it while I'm getting ready. So basically the question is, can you please share what made you leave your previous company and apply at other companies? I love the company you work for now. You look beautiful in both uniforms. Thank you. So again, can you please share what made you leave your previous company and apply at other companies? So while I get ready, we could talk about why. Okay, and I'm using the new Jaclyn Hill, the Vault collection. I will be coming with a video. I love this collection. But let me get started on this look. So I have some things wrote down here, so we're just gonna go into the bullet points. First of all, I don't know what it is, but first of all, one thing that made me leave my previous company for this company here was I love the core values and the mission statement of my current company. I love the fact that they stand by it. I love the fact that they live by it. They've been the same way for decades. It's widely respected. Their name is widely respected, and I've said it many times on my channel. I love, you know, when I was growing up, my dad always, well, my parents always said your name means something. So when someone says your name, they need to say respectful things behind it. And of course you're going to have some things that sometimes where your name may, you know, dirt may be thrown on your name, but majority of the time you want to be respected. You want to be known for something positive. You want to be known for something with respect behind it. So that's the one thing I like about my current company, is that they care about their name, you know, hence what you can say, what you can't say. And they're not playing about that. Like, they're serious about the name. They're serious about the mission statement. They stand by it, and that's what I like about it. They stand by their core values, and it's been the same for decades, and it's still the same today, even after all this time. All the changes in the world and all the changes in society and the generation, their core values and the mission statement is still the same, and that's what I like about it. And not only that, with that core value statement, I can't honestly say that I can honestly say that the employees live the same way. Like, for example, when you're a new hire here on your probation, the flight attendants here, they pay for your stuff the entire 6 months, because they have a clear understanding of when you first get out of training, even though we get paid training, you may not have the finances. You probably had other bills. There's other things that you maybe had to take care of that, you know, you couldn't take care of in training. You may not be able to make the money that you want to make if you know, once you get out probation. So the captains and the flight attendants always pay for your stuff. Once they see your number, they pay for your stuff. The only way you pay for your stuff is if you go by yourself, and or something happens, or the person may not have the money, but they always pay for your stuff because they want to show you that it's all a family. It's a family oriented company, and that's what I like about this company, because over there it was so much, you know, the employees at my previous company were amazing. And I said all the time when people ask me about my previous company, I'm like, well, you know, what do you think about your previous company? And I can honestly say that the people at my previous company, they are like, I love them. Like, the people over there, they're sweet, they're nice, and their heart is in the right place. But you know, the company core values doesn't replicate who they're hiring. They hire really good people, but it's sad because the people that they have working for them, you know, sometimes they get that bitter feeling because the company just don't care. And I want to be with a company that cares, and that's why I chose to continuously look for that look for other jobs and all of that. I didn't feel at home at the previous company. I said a prayer to God. I said, God, right now I need income coming in. So God gave me my previous company, and I said, but I also pray the Lord give me my heart's desire. My heart desires to be with a company that I can retire from, that's beneficial to me, and I won't have to live check to check. And I've never done, I've lived from check to check, but with my previous company I have, and I just didn't want to live like that anymore. So that's one thing that I can honestly say about that. But the previous company, it was hard to survive over there. So that goes into pay. The pay over here is really good than the previous company, and only because they care about their employees, and not only that, they want the employees to strive financially, and you're able to work as much as you want to work. Like, there is no cap on how much you can work. And at my previous company, it seemed like there was a cap. It's like, as soon as you hit a certain amount of hours, or you can only hit a certain amount of hours, or you had to try to get to those hours in order to survive. I just didn't want to live like that, and I just felt like, you know, that was stressful enough. Like, when you just can't really, you know, do what you need to do. You have to make a certain amount of hours, and then when it's on the months that is slow, it's harder, because you know, you can't really work the way you want to work. And over here, you can work endless. Like, you can work like crazy. And, you know, people could say, well, you know, your airline doesn't get paid, or your airline's pay scale isn't high as someone else's airline. But I'm gonna tell you this, you can get paid a lot of money, but if you can't capitalize on you getting paid the amount of money that you make an hour, then I don't want to hear it. Because over here, we can capitalize on the amount of money that we're paid. For example, if we're making $75 an hour at both airlines, say both airlines, and I'm not just saying the previous airline, I'm saying this in general. Say you're making $75 an hour. The $75 an hour that you're making, I can work 180 to 200 hours a month over here making $75 an hour, and my company won't still work. Versus when you work at another company, you know, they limit you to a certain amount of hours. Like, you can only make 110, or you can only make 125. That's the most you can make in a month. You can't fly out this much money. You can't fly. It's not like that over here. You can fly as much as you want to fly, and they won't say a word. Like, it's like, make the money. It's here. And that says a lot about the company, because that shows that the company is stable in their business. The company is stable. I don't have to worry about other stuff. Like, I don't have to worry about not being able to survive. And that's what I like about it, is that this company makes sure that I'm able to survive financially. And that's what I like about this company, is that the pay is amazing. Like, you can make so much money here. It's crazy. And if you're living from check to check here, that means you're living beyond your means, because you can make that much money here. And with the previous company, we were limited. Like, we could only work a certain amount of hours, and then we had to fight for hours, and then we had to wait to see if somebody dropped something. Then we had to be on it like piranhas. It's not like that over here. The next thing I want to say is the flexibility. The flexibility in the schedule. We're able to switch around days. We're able to swap our line, which basically means, if, like, say for example, let's say I live in Dallas still, and I'm based in Houston. If I find somebody who lives in Houston, and I can switch my line with them. Like, they could take my whole line for the month. Like, say the month of September, they could take my whole line in September, and I could take their whole line in September, and we could swap. So they could come here to Houston to their home and work out of here, and I have to commute, and I can go to Dallas in my home and have to commute. But you guys know I live in Houston, but let's just say I did live in Dallas still. So basically, that's what you could do, and that's what I love. I love the fact that I'm able to, you know, go and I don't have to, you know, I can swap my line. There are times that I can say, you know what, I don't really want to work, you know, here during this weather. I don't really want to work here at this time. I want to work at another base. If there's openings, I'm able to work at another base if I like. You know, I'm able to go to another base and work there, and that's what I like. I like the fact that I'm able to, you know, go to another base. If there's an opening, I can go to a base, and if I don't like it, I can come back if there's openings. Now again, it's if there's openings. So there's flexibility here. It's like, it's only a couple bases that I think Atlanta's a base that it'll take years for you to get into, because they're still you know, doing other flight attendants are still on the list to go there. So it's going to be years for Atlanta, but a lot of people have been getting the bases that they want either fresh out of training or maybe a couple months. Like I got my base the second month I was here, which is Houston. So that's what I like. I like the fact that I'm able to work my base and trade my base and flip my base and work at other bases. And you know, if I don't want to let me see something. If I don't want to work in Houston next 1 month and I can get in Vegas for another month, or like say for example right now they're going to open up California. If I want to go to California and they need somebody in California, we can go to that base and work there and stay there. And if we don't like it, we can put in our vacancy bid, hey, I want to go to back home, back to Houston, and if there's availability, I can get back to Houston. I don't know how your seniority changes in that, but basically you can do that, and that's what I like. So I think that's just one thing that I love, is the flexibility of the schedule, and I'm able to switch my days out. Say for example today, for the last month or so I've had this 3-day. I didn't like it, so I swapped out of it to a lesser 3-day, and then I started planning my trip. So after I started planning my trip, I went and I dropped my 2-day down to my 3-day down to a 2-day, and then I dropped my 2-day down to a 1-day. I'm able to do that, and that's what I like. I'm able to, you know, utilize my schedule and the benefits of the schedule to my full advantage. Now I know I think it's like maybe 2 to 3 hours that you can't change. So right now I can't change my schedule anymore because I go in at 11:55. So I can't change my schedule anymore. As a matter of fact, let me look and see what time it is. But I can't change my schedule anymore. But I changed my schedule late last night to, you know, into this term. So that's what I like about it, the flexibility of the schedule and the lines. Also, I like the fact that you get recognition. Here it's a lot of recognition. They thank you for a lot of things. Now don't get it twisted. You will get, you know, someone may come and you may get some negative, you know, evaluation from somebody, whatever it is. But 95% of the time it's positive. They're always trying to bring a positive environment, and that's what I like. When customers write stuff on you, you get, you know, you get points, or you get on the spots, or you get so much recognition. It's just, it's worth it. Sometimes to hear thank you means a lot, and that's what I like about this company versus the other company. You know, the people always say things about my previous company, and it wasn't, you know, the customers didn't realize that it's not our fault. Like when we get on the plane, we're just there to fly. Like we don't know what happened with your bags, we don't know what happened before you got here, you know, we don't understand. All thing we're trying to do is give you a positive experience. But customers come on and they're and they're disrespectful because they have no respect for the airline that, you know, I used to work for. And that's the problem. Like they didn't have respect because there was so much negative stuff said about the airline, and there's such great people that work there. The customers didn't have any respect because they were like, well, they said this about your airline and they said that. So it showed in their behavior. So you can go to work and it's a problem. And then one thing I want to say about when I say switching bases, because I know I'm going back and forth, but I want to say this before I forget. One thing I like the fact about switching bases is we weren't able to go to another base and work out of another base. Like I could pick up a flight out of another base. I mean, I'm responsible for getting there, but I could pick up a flight out of any other base and work that flight. We couldn't do that at the previous airline. Like we couldn't. It's the only way we went there is if they sent us there. Because not even 95, never could we pick up out of base. We had to be based there. We couldn't pick up out of base. So let's see, that's one thing I like about that. But when I said about recognition, we're always getting thank you. You know, they always send us stuff that customers say. We always get stuff from the company because of what customers say. We get points. The points can turn into money. We get money. You know, they pass out big checks. You know, we get so many incentives and so many things. Like we get paid for if our flight is full. We get paid in recognition for productivity. We get paid for just coming in. I mean, coming to work every day, having good attendance. Like there's so many incentives here and so many things that they give us when it comes to pay and recognition and just trying to motivate you to, you know, do your job and be happy. And they have this mindset of if you do right by the employees will do right by the customers, and that is the truth. Like if you treat your employees like gold, they'll come to work happy, and they'll treat your customers happy, and that's what I like about that. So the next one is there's always continuous training. I like the fact that I'm able to go to training and learn things, learn different ways of how to handle situations, learn different ways on how to make the company, you know, how to be a part of the company's values, and to make sure that I'm living. Oh no, that is so wrong. Wait, I'm talking and not even put so. Hold on, y'all. But basically there's continuous training. There's training on, you know, like things that we can learn on how to handle customers, different ways we can handle situations, different things that we can do, and we get paid for that training. Like if we go on our days off, or if we go, or we decide to go, we get paid for that. Like it's like, okay, you want to come in, you're giving us your time, but we're going to pay you for your time. And that says a lot. And then there are a lot of programs with the training. There are a lot of volunteer programs that you can be a part of that helps out in the community. And I like the fact that this company is involved in community related stuff, and they involve the employees. Because sometimes, you know, when you work for companies, they only take the big wigs. They only take like people who are up high and up top and have those high positions. No, they invite us everywhere, like to golf tournaments, to baseball games, that anything that they're affiliated with that we can go to, they're always inviting us. So like right now we have I need to put some glue there. Right now we have a spirit party coming up, and it's just basically appreciating your employees, like showing appreciation. So I like that, and I'm going to that, and I just like that. I like the fact that there's so many incentives, there's so many things, there's so many programs, there's so many, you know, things that they try to include us in and want us to be a part of, and they want us to feel like we're in a positive environment. They want us to feel happy, and they want us to know that we are part of something great, and that's what I like about it. The next thing is we have a union. All companies will have a union. My previous company had a union, and I can't really say neither here nor there if that union was negative. Of course, you hear horror stories about any union, but we have a union, and I've contacted them many times for things I didn't understand or whatever, and they spent hours trying to make sure I understood, or I got the gist of it. They send it to me in writing so I can read it and process it, and if anything happens, if something's not right, they'll pull it up and say, hey, here's this in the policy and procedure, this is what you're supposed to be doing. If they tell you different, it's not right. Like, it's in writing here. So if they try to write you up, or they try to say something, or say, hey, you know, I'm gonna tell your supervisor, it's in writing here. As long as I do what's in writing, you can't change something from what you want. And the union has our back. Now, people again may say, well, no, they don't. I've had some of my experiences. Everybody have their own personal experience, but every time I went to the union to help me, they've been there, you know. And you know, that's what I like with the union. A previous company, like I said, I can't really say anything about that because I never really had to utilize them, so I can't really say, hey, you know, they're not a good union. But I'm just glad that we have protection. We have protection to fight for our jobs. Now, when you're on probation, you don't get the full benefits of the union when you're on probation, because you have to wait until your probationary period is over. Now, you will get, like, say you have a meeting or something happens, the union can sit in and listen and maybe give you some advice and try to talk to you and get you to understand what's going on, but they can't fight for you. Like, they can't speak up for you. It's only when you're, you know, you successfully, you know, you've completed probation successfully, which is understandable. So that's why I like the fact that we have backing. And again, no company is perfect. You're always going to find somebody, because somebody get on here and say, well, but I've seen one of your flight attendants and they said blah blah blah. Everybody's different. Okay, so that's what I like. And one thing I want to say is I like the fact that they have incentives for their customers. They're always doing things for the customers, whether they're meeting them at the plane with goodie bags, or they're showing thanks some way. They're showing thanks to the customers. They're always saying thank you for you know, flying us. So thank you for choosing this airline. Like, they have full understanding that if it wasn't for the customers, we wouldn't be here. And some companies don't think that. They feel like, well, you need to fly, so I guess you'll be taking this airline. You know, some companies think that. And I mean, some customers think that. And some companies think the same. Like, you know, how you gonna get there? I'm the only, hold on. You know, how you gonna get there? I'm the only airline that can take you. And sometimes people get in that mindset. They're like, well, you know, they're cheaper and I gotta put up their crap, but I just need to get there. Our company doesn't think that. They feel like, hey, if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be, you know, successful. And, you know, we want to be able to continue to grow and make sure that, you know, our employees can live have financial freedom, you know, if it wasn't for you. So, you know, we always get training on how to treat customers. And when I was in my interview process for my previous company, it was, they basically, that's hard, they cared about my character. It wasn't about my skill set. Like, they asked me questions about my previous, you know, jobs and previous experience, but they really care about your character. And they say that, they're like, you know, hey, you know, we can train you on how to serve our customers, but we can't train you on respect. We can't train you on customer, you know, not customer service, but we can't train you on your character. Like, this is something that has to be embedded in you, so we can't train you on that. So they focus, what am I doing? I'm over talking, but they focus on that, and that's what I like about it. When I was in my interview process, you know, that wasn't really in my previous company. That wasn't really the core of that interview process with my previous company. It was basically, it was a lot of questions about my past history. It was never, you know, about the customers. You know, they talk about the customers, but it was about, can you sell this? Can you sell this? Can you sell that? And, you know, do you have fun? And, you know, they have fun, but this company cares about their people. They're not playing, okay? they care about their people. That's not, you will treat their customers right. And don't get it twisted. Customers right in, they may say things that's not true. They may say things that's incorrect. They may stretch the truth. But I like a company that would sit down and try to figure out what happened, to hear your side, because they care about the customer. They're not saying, oh, the customer's always right, so you always in trouble. No. I like a company that wants to find out what's going on, versus, you know, with my previous company, some things can happen in the company, like, you know, sometimes it's like, whatever, you know, you hate us anyway, you know. So and there's nothing negative about my previous company. I'm saying that because I had a really good time working there. But, you know, there are times like, you know, I see people do stuff and I'm like, ooh, like, you did that and you ain't get in trouble, girl. Not over here, you know. But and I'm not saying that the company doesn't, my previous company doesn't care about their customers, but the company that I work for now, they built this company from their customers, and that's their company's motto. They built this company by the way they treated people, and they still stand by that after all these decades, and they're not going to change, and that's why they're successful. Companies, you have, sorry, my camera cut off, but you have companies that care about the money. They don't care about the employees. I mean, not employees, but they don't care about the customers. They don't care about how the customers feel. You know, you have to fight tooth and nail just to get a refund, because, you know, they're not going to give you your money back, because it is what it is. It's not like that over here. You know, they're not just going to give you your money back, but if you have a valid point and you can prove it, they're going to compensate you some way, and I like that. So those are the things that kind of made me choose this company and continuously look for other, and I didn't continue, so I just applied for my current company, and their process takes a long time. Well, my process did, but there's so much hiring going on now, the process is a little bit faster. But basically, I just was like, I knew it wasn't my home. Like, I just was like, I'm here for a season, and I'm just gonna find out, you know, I mean, if I'm gonna be here for the long haul, then Lord, work it out for me and make things right. But if I'm not gonna be here for the long haul, Lord, give me my heart's desire. And he did. So I end up here. because that's what I prayed. I was like, Lord, give my heart desire. And like I said, my heart desire was to be with a company that cares about their employees, and I can be financially free. And I can be financially free here. You know, I'm able to pay off debts. Look at that makeup in my hair. I'm able to pay off debts and not feel stressed about it, or not try to, well, I can't pay this right now because I got to pay this, and I can't pay this right now because I got to pay that. I don't have that mentality here. So yeah, so that's what I like about it, and I appreciate my company to the utmost. So let's see, I know this video gonna be pretty long, but just to get ready with me and answering questions. So, and I was gonna do it live, but what time it is? I need to hurry up. Ooh, shoot, yep. Let me hurry up. Okay, so let me hurry up. And yeah, that's why I love my company, and I love, and why I look for other positions. So yeah, other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm here trying to make sure that I get my life together, because I need to hurry up. Even though it's a turn, I don't have to pack a bag, but I am going to pack like a dress or something in my bag, because you never know. I'm going to Belize today, and that's one thing I like about the company that I work for. It doesn't matter when you came in. We're able to fly wherever our company flies. Like, it's not, oh, you're on probation, oh, you have to be here a certain amount of time, oh, you need this type of seniority to get these trips. Oh, no. Our company will send you wherever they need to send you. You will always get to fly multiple trips to multiple countries whenever you want, if you pick it up, whether somebody pick it up for you or somebody give you their trip. But we're always able to work any flight, so we're not limited to where we can go because we don't have enough seniority. Oh, no, we can go. Somebody can give us our trip and we can go. So that's what I like about my company versus my previous company. And the same thing with my previous company, we were able to go to certain we were able to go to other places, but like I said, certain bases, they go to those places. So if you wasn't based there, you really didn't go to those places unless the company sent you to cover somewhere at base, or say there was weather issues and then you had to work out of that base. So that's the only way, because again, we couldn't go to other bases and work. We're able to go to any other base here and work, and that's what I like. So it's just a blessing. This company is such a blessing to me, and that's what I like about it. It's just such a blessing. And people think it's a game, but it's a blessing. So I'm trying to hurry up because I need to put on my uniform and get dressed, because I'm gonna leave here at 40 after and go to work. So let me hurry up and get this together. Just a little bit. I like this highlight. I think it's so nice. That right there, and this right here. And yeah, put this right here. And I'm the A on this flight. So yeah, I'm the A, so I'll be up front. So yeah, and here is my look. I'm trying to see if it looks right. Make sure my lashes on right, Pippi. And yeah, I gotta make sure that's on. I'm done with my face. So let me spray. I love this spray. Not only that, this company, Morphe, is coming to, well, actually they just opened a Morphe store here in Houston. you know, I'm gonna be up in there when I get back, because I get back today, so I'm gonna be in there. So let me go get dressed. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed spending your time with me, and I certainly enjoyed spending my time with you. Hopefully I answered your questions. My hands are so ashy because I washed them before I started putting my hands on my face. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys, I answered this question. I know this video is pretty long, but again, I'm just getting ready, and also I wanted to answer the question at the same time, trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And also kind of give you a sneak peek of this Jaclyn Hill product. So I'm multitasking here because the products, oh, I love these palettes. But yeah, so I'll be back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and hopefully I answer this question, and hopefully I give you guys an understanding of why sometimes people choose companies and what some certain companies offer and what you're looking for if you want to get into aviation. And yeah, so hopefully this helped you guys out, and I'll see you on a future video. And let me get ready for work. Bye.